In the spirit of Thanksgiving, earlier this month, we talked about generosity. And today we're going to talk about its cousin, gratitude. Does anybody remember the old Bill Murray comedy, What About Bob? Is that anybody's family favorite? I felt like the Shaws would nod, yes. So the basic premise is that Bob, played by Bill Murray, is the patient of a psychiatrist, played by Richard Dreyfuss. Bob has agoraphobia and anxiety, and they're working together on tools for him to get out of the house and try new things. Bob has a mantra that he says to help him move forward. He says, baby steps. He would say, baby steps to the door, baby steps to the hall, baby steps to the stairs, baby steps to the sidewalk, and on and on. And sometimes I think about a practice of gratitude being like Bob's baby steps mantra. It can help with slowly, step by step, moving forward in challenging times. When things in the world are overwhelming, when things in life are overwhelming, a practice of grounding and gratitude and starting with small things like a cup of tea, sunshine, a beautiful moon, and then moving toward more complicated things like relationships and family and community and on, can be a way to get oneself out the metaphorical door and moving forward. Small gratitudes and our attention to them help us name and remember our connection to all that is. There's a reading in our hymnal that speaks to this connection between our inner worlds and the larger world that may be familiar. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart. Now, just a note for posterity, this reading was formerly attributed to Lao Tzu, but does not appear in the Tao Te Ching or other writings of Lao Tzu. According to some scholars, it may have been inspired by chapter 54 of the Tao, but is more likely from another tradition entirely, as there's a Confucian text with some similar themes and language. Now, all of that said, just to cover my tush, here's a reminder of chapter 54 in the Tao Te Ching from Brown Walker we just heard. Plant yourself firmly in the Tao, and you won't ever be uprooted. Embrace Tao firmly, and you won't ever be separated from it. Your children will thrive, and your children's children. Cultivate goodness in yourself, and goodness will be genuine. Cultivate it in your family, and goodness will flourish. Cultivate it in your community, and goodness will grow and multiply. Cultivate it in your country, and goodness will be abundant. Cultivate it in the world, and goodness will be everywhere. How do I know the world works like this? By watching. So today I offer both ancient wisdom and the wisdom of Bill Murray to help us remember in the face of hard times in the world and perhaps in our own lives that big changes are often born with very small acts. And those acts are not only in the street, but in our hearts. Gratitude as a practice is important because it's about changing our internal world, our own minds and hearts. And we know that change matters to the bigger picture of changing the world for the better. Gratitude is a recognition of how connected we are to all that is, and reminds us that we are not alone. We might have moments of feeling overwhelmed or powerless in the face of challenge, grief, injustice, or anxiety. Baby steps toward repair in our world begin in each of us, and gratitude can be that beginning. I invite you to take a few deep breaths and bring to mind something big or teeny tiny that you are grateful for in this moment. And hold that in your mind as you breathe deeply and slowly. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to call out your gratitudes, a word or two, here in the room, or if you're on Zoom, you can unmute, and I'll repeat the ones in the room so that everybody can hear. And you can also type them in the chat, and Kenny, if you wouldn't mind reading those out if they come through. Great, thumbs up, good. So, anything that folks want to lift up as a gratitude today? Mountain views. Me and the congregation, thank you. Yeah, Amelia.
My best friend Catherine is on Zoom right now.
Jenny's best friend Catherine, who's on Zoom right now. In the back?
This building.
This building. Yeah, Karen. Her granddaughter. Family. Birds? Music. Discovering a new kind of moss yesterday. Yeah, Pauline. Family and her community here. Health. Art supplies. Those are especially a new pen. Yes. Friends. Latinos 413. We got to talk about that party. Have I missed anybody on Zoom? Or any in the chat? Yeah, go ahead, Mike. Sorry, say it one more time. 42 years with Sarah. Congratulations.
From Wendy, we have my family and their growing family.
Wonderful. Yeah, Sarah. The will to get here today. Excellent. Healers.
The medical community is sticking it out.
And the medical community is sticking it out. Yeah. Yes. Her husband who picks her up when she falls, and she means that very literally if you can't see her arm. Tall men, yeah. And yes, Linda. Your dog, say his name again? Maggie.
I'd like to say, in particular, my husband.
And for Lana's husband, Larry. Anybody else on Zoom that I missed? All right, well, maybe some of this sharing has, and I'm grateful for tea. Sorry. It's like officially heating season in my house and everything's dried up. Okay. If maybe hearing some of these things has sparked something else for you too. So let's take another couple of deep breaths and hold another gratitude, or the one you had before, and just hold that in your body for a few moments. Something that I'm grateful for is on Tuesday night we were the hosts for an interfaith Thanksgiving service here in our space, and it was really lovely. There was 100 people here from all over South County eating pie and talking about gratitude. And we have in the social hall a tree, a paper tree, with leaves. And if you would like to share any of the gratitudes that you're carrying here, and any that went into the chat, we can add them as well. We'll put them on the leaves and add them to that tree of gratitude. And then later this afternoon, I'm going to drive it over to Hevra, and then they'll have it for a little while, and they'll add some more to it, and then it'll keep traveling around to a bunch of different congregations as a gratitude tree. It's fine, it can go well into the next season. In the face of violence and fear and a hurting web of life, in the face of our own personal hurts and grief, we lift up gratitude for one another, for our beautiful earth, for our connections to all that is. With all that we have lifted up in gratitude today in our hearts and in our voice, may we continue to find hope and opportunities for deepening our gratitude in the everyday of living. And may this practice help repair our world. May we live with compassion and love as our guides. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for all of you, and so may it be.